Shada Lambert here, and I'm back with another video, and today we are going to be talking about managing behaviour with your toddlers. So from the 18-month mark, around the 2-year-old mark, you will start noticing that your child is becoming more defiant. They're starting to tell you no more, and they're starting to assert their control and independence. Now, I don't want you to panic because this is a normal stage of development. But I'm going to give you some tips on what to do, how to manage that behavior, okay? So you might be familiar with your child having the behavior of, I want what I want when I want it, and I want it now, okay? So if you have that kind of toddler, which we've all experienced at one point, what I want you to do is explain to them we cannot always get what we want when we want it, and we have to teach them the art of patience and waiting, okay? A good way of teaching your children patience is by playing games, taking turns, getting a ball and rolling it to each other so they learn how to wait for their turn. That's a very good way. And any other games you can play as well that encourage sharing or taking turns. Make it the norm for your child to be able to talk about how they're feeling with you. Now, at this age, they can't always come out and say, I'm feeling sad today or I'm feeling angry. Some 2-year-olds can, some can't. But if they can't, you can always, again, play games with them so they can identify the different emotions. One of the games I suggest is emotional dolls. And with that, it's a little pop stick and you got a circle and a face, and you have different emotions. You have a happy face, a sad face, a joyful face, excited face, and you can use that to teach your child about different facial expressions and different emotions. Offer your child solution and ideas on how to manage their feelings. So if they're feeling angry and they hit or they lash out, you can say to them, it's okay to feel angry, but it's not okay to hit. That's not very kind, and it hurts mommy or it hurts daddy, okay? With that, you're teaching them that it's perfectly normal to feel how you're feeling, but there's certain behaviors that we're not going to associate with that emotion. I've mentioned this before and I will say it again. Always give your child a choice, an age-appropriate choice. You don't want to make it too complicated for them. You want to make it very simple, and what you want to do as well is make sure that they are aware that there's an A and B choice. If they mention C, there might be room for compromise, but if these are the choices that you're giving, they need to choose one or the other. Be consistent and firm with your discipline. What the worst things many parents do, and I always advise you not to, is give a command or a consequence to a behavior that you can't follow through. Don't say to them, you're not watching TV for the month. That's not realistic. Don't say to them, you can't have this toy, it's going in the bin forever. Not realistic. Make sure when you're doing your discipline methods, they're realistic and they're things that you can follow through. Encourage positive behavior, positive affirmations. I'm very big on that with the children, okay? So if you see your child doing something, using their own initiative, or they're doing something that's quite positive or something that's very kind, make sure you highlight that and make them aware that you're proud of them. That goes a long way. Do not bribe your child with gifts, toys, or food. What that is reinforcing negative behavior. And what you're teaching your child is, if I kick up a fuss long enough, mommy and daddy will give in and give me what I want. And you don't really want your child to have that kind of mentality, especially going into the adult world. Always talk about kind behavior and not kind behavior, and make sure you show your children. So I always associate a hug with kind behavior, or a pat on the back with kind behavior. There's certain actions I associate with kind and not kind behavior, and you teach your child that from very early. Do not give in to your child's demands, especially if they're screaming, shouting, or hitting. You want to say to them, I can hear you, but that's not how we communicate with each other in this house. I need you to be quiet, and I need you to speak in a calm manner like this, and you show them how you expect to be spoken to. Make sure you also encourage good manners. It's so important. Your please, your thank yous, and showing gratitude is so important. You want to bring up children that are grateful. Teach your child about effective communication. I have it with boys. I look after 2 boys. Remember I told you, sometimes they'll be like, water now. Excuse me? Not this, nanny. How do you ask for water? Say, can I have some water, please? Thank you. So you teach them effective ways to communicate and the kind of communication you are going to react to. If your child is in the middle of a tantrum or having a full-on meltdown, be calm, be patient, allow them to have it. But if they're trying to talk to you whilst they're having this tantrum, you can say to them a simple sentence: Mummy or Daddy cannot understand you when you communicate like this to me. When you calm down, we can talk about it. And you leave it as that. Do not entertain or feed into the negative behavior, because what that does is teach your child, if I act this way, I'm always going to get Mommy and Daddy's attention, and this is the way to do it. You don't want to teach them that. I know this was a lot of information, but I really hear it a lot with parents who are struggling on managing children's behaviour. So I wanted to help you guys with things that work for me, through my experience and through my knowledge as a childcare expert. So if you found this video useful, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, give it a thumbs up, and to share it to friends and family who you think will find it useful as well. Okay, I'll see you all soon. You know where to find me on all social media platforms at Nanny Shells. Take care.